Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah.
Psalm 27. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? When the wicked, even mine enemies and my foes, came upon me to eat up my flesh, they stumbled and fell. Though an host should encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. Though war should rise against me, in this will I be confident. One thing have I desired of the Lord, that will I seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord, and to inquire in his temple. For in the time of trouble he shall hide me in his pavilion. In the secret of his tabernacle shall he hide me. He shall set me up upon a rock. And now shall mine head be lifted up above mine enemies round about me. Therefore will I offer in his tabernacle sacrifices of joy. I will sing, yea, I will sing praises unto the Lord. Hear, O Lord, when I cry with my voice. Have mercy also upon me, and answer me. When thou saidst, seek ye my face. My heart said unto thee, thy face, Lord, will I seek. Hide not thy face far from me. Put not thy servant away in anger. Thou hast been my help. Leave me not, neither forsake me, O God of my salvation. When my father and my mother forsake me, then the Lord will take me up. Teach me thy way, O Lord, and lead me in a plain path because of mine enemies. Deliver me not over unto the will of mine enemies, for false witnesses are risen up against me, and such as breathe out cruelty. I had fainted, unless I had believed to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thine heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord.
Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Kakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. And peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful lake out there pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds. In the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful lake, the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. All right. And what I want to get into today, is going into the good news, the gospel, how the gospel is pro-family and pro-life. Okay, beginning with the nation of Israel. Okay, because you look at the condition of our people today, the dysfunction, the chaos, okay, the disorder, and it's rooted back, and our people have made death, a culture, okay, and there's no standard, when it comes to family. You look at nigga culture, it's a bunch of individuals, okay, that glorify in death, okay, they glorify, in drug use, the women brag about, abortions, okay, men glorify in deleting other jakes. Okay, drill culture. It's a complete culture of darkness and death. And to the point, the society is so dark that all, as you had the elections, and Trump, came out on top. But you see the reaction that is drawing out. You have to look at these things in the spirit, which either way, the Lord, all right, he's caused things to happen, to get reactions, whether we know, that the elites had this thing planned out, but ultimately the Lord had this all planned out, and what we're seeing, okay, with just the darkness, oozing out, of Eve, okay, Because Eve is anti-life. You know, Eve is extremely dark. You know, you look at the majority of the nigga women, they're extremely dark. Okay, they're anti-life, you know, and that was one of the things that drew them to Kamala, you know, that she was anti-life with the baby deletions. Okay, and she was about, you know, a matriarch, you know, pretty much the woman, you know, being in that head position, you know, which has, you know, just obliterated, okay, us as a people, you know, their way of thinking, you see. And all these, you know, politicians, at the end of the day, you know, all these talking points that's going around, which a lot of them are vanity. You know, Eve is extremely delusional, but a lot of them is, you know, vain. You know, all these talking points surrounding, you know, the election. But no one was talking about, you know, the children being safe. Okay. No one was talking about, you know, pro-family, you know, reestablishing, you know, the nuclear family, the patriarch. No one was speaking on those things. Okay? No one was talking about, you know, health, you know, better quality of food. No one was talking about these things. Okay? Trying to restore, you know, the earth. No one was talking about these talking points. Everyone had these dumbass, you know, selfish, you know, talking points. Okay? But no one, you know, no one really ran on pro-family and pro-life. Okay? Because even Trump, you know, which he's just a character to be made seem to go against, you know, the agenda, you know, the elites. Okay? But he's not going to reform alphabet. You know, he's not going to overturn same-sex marriage. Okay? He's not going to shut down anything for the alphabets. He's not going to stop, you know, the XEX trafficking. Okay? He's not going to stop those things. You see? So at the end of the day, this whole system is anti-family and anti-life. Okay? But you go into the gospel, it's pro-life and pro-family. And that's why when you read the book of Isaiah chapter 11, verse 6, and this is prophecy, man. It says, I read in NLT, it says, in that day, the wolf and the lamb will live together. The leopard will lie down with the baby goat. The calf and the yearling will be safe with the lion, and a little child will lead them all. Okay? And that's you know, a child of Israel. You know, the seed of Israel. You know, because we're all, you know, going to have dominion as Israelites, you know, over the beast of the earth. And it's going to be a state of peace. Okay? It's going to be a condition, an atmosphere of peace, man. You know, that's what Yahweh Shai is bringing to the earth, man. Okay? None of these candidates, you know, was pushing the atmosphere of peace, family, life. Okay? It was all about, you know, like I say, you know, gimmicks. All right? But you go into the gospel, it's pro-family and it's pro-life. Okay? It says the cow will graze near the bear. The cub and the calf will lie down together. The lion will eat hay like a cow. The baby will play safely near the hole of a cobra. Yes, a little child will put his hand in a nest and deadly snakes without harm, man. And that's just that carefree environment we're going to have to where our children can't be harmed. It's impossible for our children to be harmed, for our seed to be harmed. Okay? You look at this society, man. You know, you scared to blink. You know, when your child is, you know. You see? That's, you know, as a parent, you know, it's just a constant thought of something could happen, man. You know, and as we grow in the faith, we know the Lord, there's a covering, you know. But the atmosphere of this society, you got to be, you know, very protective, you know, because anybody, you know, could do harm to children in this type of atmosphere, man. Okay? And Trump and Kamala, they both, okay, was they're just a face, okay? They're just faces, you know, of the higher ups, you know, that promote a society, okay, where children are prey, you know? But in our kingdom, you see, Israelite children, hey, they're going to be unharmed, man. You know, it'll never be a thought of something happening to them. Okay, they're just going to be. You know, they're like, you know, they can be children. You know, they can enjoy the earth. They can enjoy abundance. Okay, no more coming home, the lights off. You know, no food. You know, the poverty that, you know, we had to suffer as a people. Okay, because none of these candidates are gonna undo the conditions of our people. Okay, but through Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, we're gonna see what restoration is, what life is, what abundance is, man. Okay, that'll never happen in this society, man. Okay, and you look at, you know, because you look at the environment that, especially even Jake children, man, which, you know, Esau prey on all, you know, children, you know, but Jake environment the worst, especially under the matriarch. All right, children are completely unprotected under the matriarch, man. You know, these little boys and girls, man, they get tampered with. You know, the little girls are just a prey in the matriarch, man. You know, between the, you know, her uncles, you see, her older cousins, and, you know, even sometimes brothers, you see, or just old Jake in the neighborhood, you know, a complete, you know, the woman just preyed upon in this atmosphere, man. Okay? But in the kingdom, it will not be so. You know, everything is going to be done in order. Okay? Women are only going to know their husband. You see? and that's going to be an order and a structure that's only going to bring life. Okay? No more worry about, you know, a woman not being able to bear. You know, every Israelite woman is going to be extremely fruitful. Okay? And everything that comes through the seed of Israelites, the Israelite men, okay? The men are going to be born rulers. The women are going to be born princesses, man. Okay? And that's going to be an eternal thing, okay, within existence, man. Okay? Scriptures speak about, you know, other planets in his father's house on many mansions. Like Yahweh Shai, he's just speaking life. You know, you go into the scriptures, man. Not only populating the planet Earth, but eventually branching out, you know, to the rest of this universe. There's other, you know, universes, multiverses. Okay? This is a doctrine of life and family. You know? Being fruitful and multiplying forever. Okay? And these hoes is crying, you know, because they feel, you know, abortion is gonna be back reestablished. You know what I'm saying? Different, you know, stupid shit, man. Death. You know what I'm saying? That their privilege, you know, to delete children is gonna be taken away, man. Complete madness, man. Okay? The complete opposite of what the Lord intended. And the nigga woman is very anti-Messiah. Okay? Because Jake, you know, is a representation, you know, is in the image, you know, as we, you know, especially dealing with the brothers, you know, that are being conformed to Yahushua more and more, you know, but even loosely, you know, just the average Jake, especially, you know, Jake, you know, cool little working class Jake. You know, loosely, he's, you know, he's a image of his power. You know, and Eve, you know, is extremely anti-Messiah, man, and that's why they're only drawn to the worst niggas on the earth, because those niggas are in the image, you know, of Satan. You know, well, going back to it, it says, verse 9 said, "Nothing will hurt or destroy in all my holy mountain, for the waters fill the sea, so the earth will be filled with people who know the Lord." Okay? This is life. This is pro-family. Okay? You know, we're going to have the green light to repopulate the earth, man. You know, beginning with repopulating Jerusalem. as we'll get, in Ezekiel 36. And this is all prophecy, man. Okay? Repopulating Israel, repopulating the earth, man, with righteous Israelites. Okay? This is our expectation, man. Okay? You see? We don't have any expectation, okay, in this system of death. Okay? In this system where we're extremely restricted. Okay? In this system, this society of wickedness, man, the anti-Messiah. Nah, man. Because we're going to be fruitful and multiply under who? Verse 10. In that day, the heir to David's throne, Yahweh Shai, will be a banner of salvation to all the world, okay, which is the world of Israel, beginning with the elect. The nations will rally to him, all right, which is speaking of Israel, and the land where he lives will be a glorious place, okay, and it's describing what? A life under Yahweh Shai, man. Life under Yahweh Shai forever, man. Because these nations, all these nations have had empires, okay, in different dynasties, and they tried their best to keep those dynasties in place forever, but eventually the Lord will have them to fall, all right? But under Yahweh Shai, okay, Yahweh Shai is going to be our king forever, this is going to be permanent, okay? And if you're still have some expectation, okay, in the scripted, all right, Saturday Night Live skit, of an election, your mind is far away from the reality of the scriptures, man. The true joy, the true peace that's to come. Okay, our expectations way beyond any of these things of this world or this age, man. You see? Yahweh Shai, man, that forever righteous king that's getting ready to be established, man. Okay? So as the elites, keep putting these different characters in front of you and toying with your emotions and having you all over the place, and you're still gonna be let down regardless. Okay? We have an expectation in Yahweh Shai, in which we're not gonna be disappointed. You see? Matter of fact, let's get that in Isaiah. All right. In Isaiah 49. All right. Isaiah 49 and 23. And it says, and kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers. They shall bow down to thee with their face to the earth, and lick up the dust of thy feet. And thou shalt know that I am the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, for they shall not be ashamed that wait for me. Okay? And this is us in a position of rulership, man, to where the upper echelon, the nobles of these other nations, okay, are going to be our servants, man. You see? And this is the expectation that comes with being in Yahweh Shai. Okay? Not for, a nigga expectation. The nigga woman, she just wants the freedom to wild out in America, unchecked. Okay? And the nigga, he just want a better 401k plan. All right? Which both sides, are low level. Low expectations. Jake just want a better deal in captivity, man. Okay? But this is why Yahweh Shai said, I'm from above and you are from beneath, man. Okay? If you're a man and you're content with being a captive in another man's kingdom, you have a below way of thinking, no matter how well off you are. Okay? If you're content and you're content with your people being in captivity, okay, family, destroyed, order destroyed, and it's getting worse, and if you're content with just, your little decent situation in captivity, you got a below way of thinking. You see? That's not you can't nation build in another man's kingdom. Okay? And Yahweh Shai is coming back with sovereignty, man. Making us sovereigns, man. Forever. Okay? Well, we're going to be the overlords. Okay? Which, let me see what, if I can get that definition. Overlord. Let's see if it gives us. All right. So it says a person that had general authority over others. All right. Let's see, does it give some? Yep. It says a lord, Merriam-Webster, a lord over other lords. Okay. An absolute or supreme ruler, one having great power, authority, a corporate overlord. Okay, and Yahweh Shai is going to be the ultimate overlord. That's why he's known as the Lord of Lords and King of Kings. And under him, there's going to be, other kings and lords of Israel. Okay, that's going to have great authority in the earth. And that's why it says, kings and queens are going to be our nursing, all right, fathers and mothers, man, which they're going to be in servitude. Okay, and it says, they that wait on the Lord shall not be ashamed. And you niggas are constantly disappointed over and over again. All right, you looking like a goddamn clown, delusional as hell. All in the camera. All right, that wild ass hair. Okay, and that dingy ass tank top, complaining. This motherfucker is the greatest problem. After Esau, the nigga woman is the greatest problem on earth. But she complains, she's, this victim. Get your ass out of here, man. Which that's another subject. But let's go get this word of shame, because you niggas are constantly disappointed with this system. Okay, we're constantly disappointed with these different candidates. All right, Jake and Eve constantly disappointed at each other. Okay, but then Yahweh Shai, we're not gonna be disappointed, which is the Hebrew word. All right, is bahash. Okay, for disappointed. For ashamed, but it says to put to shame, to be ashamed, to be disconcerted, to be disappointed. Okay, to be disappointed. See, we're not going to be disappointed, okay, at the government that Yahweh Shai is going to set up in the earth, which is going to be pro-family and pro-life for us, okay? The atmosphere of peace forever, okay? An atmosphere of rest forever, And none of you niggas that's going to these polls was really pushing for that, man. The things that Jake was pushing for was just a better deal in captivity, man. Okay? Or Eve, the right, to just wild out more, just to be a degenerate, okay? With no accountability. You see? So let's go from there. Let's get another precept. When you go to the book of Zechariah. And this is just a book full of life, full of family. You see, the Lord, he's going to hasten in his time, as he said. He's going to fill the earth with Israelite families, man. He said he's going to hasten in his time. You see, you go to the book of Zechariah, chapter 8, verse 6. It said, thus said the Lord of hosts. All right, matter of fact, let me start at 4. Okay. Well, I started at 1. Yep, Zechariah 8:1 says, again, the word of the Lord of hosts came to me, saying, thus said the Lord of hosts, I was jealous for Zion with great jealousy, and I was jealous, all right, for her with great fury. Okay? And see, as the Lord has put the Spirit on his elect, to repent, to return, to rededicate, ourselves unto him. He's become jealous over us, man. Okay? As we're, in this captivity, we're crying out Okay, so the Lord is becoming enraged with the condition of his elect. You know, those who have repented. Okay, because guess what? We want to live now, not okay, the American dream. No, we want to live in righteousness, man. We got a thirst for righteousness, man. Okay, but the devil is in the way. Okay, and the nigga woman too, and niggas. You know, there's a package. You know, it's the serpent. Okay, and these 2/3 niggas that, and nigga women that he's fabricated through his enchantments, music, food, drugs. Okay, them niggas in the way of life, man. Okay, so there's a remnant, you know, whom the Lord is becoming enraged about, and this is why we see things are speeding up. You know, the Lord is speeding up the time. All right, because the judgment and the deliverance is appointed, so he's speeding the time up to that moment. Okay, a great judgment and a great mercy. Okay, that's appointed. You know, judgment on the earth and mercy for the elect of Israel. Okay, reading on, it says, verse 3 said, "Thus said the Lord, I am returned unto Zion, and I will dwell in the midst of Jerusalem, and Jerusalem shall be called a city of truth, and the mountain of the Lord, or government, all right, of hosts, the holy mountain. Thus said the Lord of hosts, there shall yet old men and old women dwell in the streets of Jerusalem, every man with his staff in his hand for very age." Now you read this in the NLT, okay, because it's not, you know, we're not going to grow old in the kingdom, you know, but older man, you know, in the ancient world with a staff, okay, it means where he's up and walking, you know, he's in his health. Okay, but that will go, you know, to his rank, you know, because in the kingdom, you know, hey, 1/3, you know, is going to be of an older, you know, rank, okay, than the rest of Israel. But it's just saying it's going to be an atmosphere, okay, to where we're good, you know, from top to bottom, you know, from the oldest to the youngest, because we're going to look, you know, we're going to be in our prime forever, you know. But there is going to be an age difference amongst us in the kingdom. Okay? You know, the elect, and everyone that's going to be born of the elect, you know, there's going to be an age difference. Okay? But it's just going to be, everyone's going to be straight. Okay? Zechariah 8:4 said, "This is what the Lord of Heaven's army says, once again, old men and women, okay, will walk Jerusalem streets with their canes, and we'll sit together in the city squares." Man, we're going to be straight. We're going to be good. Okay? You look in this society, old people, even older people, elderly people are a prey. You know, getting robbed, you know, raped, you know, deleted by these young niggas, man. And these young niggas come from all these Eves complaining on TikTok. This is where their generation of young niggas come from, man. Them and them degenerate niggas that they procreate with. All right, which terrorize their own people. Okay, but that's not going to be anymore. Okay, in the kingdom, you see, the atmosphere of just unity, you know, husband and wife, brothers and sisters, that unity is going to be, you know, forever there, man. We're going to be good amongst everybody, man. Okay, Jake, you know, Jake hang out, kick it, you know, especially from, you know, from the country, man. Jake, you know, you should just kick it out, you know, the back of the truck, pickup, you know, back porch chilling. You know, Jake can do that all day. Talking noise, you know, dancing and singing, you know, entertaining, you know, enjoying each other's company, man. And that's what the kingdom is going to be about, man. You know, we're going to be in our rulership, enjoying each other's company forever, man. You know, constantly expanding as a family. As one big family, just constantly expanding and enterprising, man. Okay? And spreading righteousness throughout the earth. Then eventually the universe and beyond, man. Okay? We have an expectation way beyond a goddamn Democrat or a Republican, man. Okay? Reading on, it says, "In the streets of the city will be filled with boys and girls at play." You see, there an atmosphere of peace for the children. Nobody's talking about that. Okay? And you got Jake, you know, because one thing, you know, this whole Kamala thing has divided Jake. You know, Jake is extremely divided now. It's mostly, you know, Jake with a little sense, okay, against, you know, the ratchet, the bottom tier of Jake. Like what we're seeing crying and spewing out on TikTok, that's the bottom tier of the nigga woman. You know, the low of the low. Okay, it's all into that ratchet, you know, raunchy, you know what I'm saying? That shit, cause that's what Kamala pretty much conjured up, you know, on her campaign. Okay, was just a complete filth of niggas and the nigga woman. Okay, but now you see it's a divide. You know, hey, and the Lord can use that to, you know, prep, you know, certain Jakes, you know, to receive His word, man, and be delivered, you know, and seal, okay, you know, the bottom tier, man, of niggas and the nigga woman, okay. And it says, verse 6, it says, "Thus said the Lord of hosts, if it be marvelous in the eyes of the remnant, okay, of this people, in these days should it also be marvelous in my eyes, said the Lord of hosts." Okay? So, as we, you know, thirst for this now, you know, we thirst for this, man, life, you know, the peace, family, you know, and the Lord has given us, you know, a sample of that peace, you know, as we, you know, are all maturing in the faith, you know, brothers around each other, you know, more often, you know, and we operate, you know, like one big family, man. Okay? And it makes us thirst for what the Lord, you know, has for us, man. You know, He's giving us a sample of the kingdom amongst each other. Okay? And it just make us thirst for it, man. You know? And it just, as it says, it's gonna be marvelous in the eyes, you know, of the remnant. How much more, you know, is the Lord, okay, ready to make this happen, man. And this is why things are sped up, because He bound to His word, you know, so He can't break, you know, what's written. You see, He can't, you know, make one prophecy come, you know, before it's supposed to, and, you know, not allow certain prophecies to happen. They all got to play out, you know. So what He's doing is speeding it up for these things to play out, man. And ultimately, it's going to lead to pro-life and pro-family for us as a people. Okay? You go back during the times of King Solomon, okay, which was a prelude to the kingdom. What was the state of our people? 1 Kings chapter 4 and verse 20. It says, "Judah and Israel were many." Okay? It's the saying which is by the sea and multitude, eating and drinking and making merry. Okay? Our people was in a good estate, man. You know, how wonderful this going to be. You know, weddings all the time, feast all the time. Okay? New life all the time, a new ruler being born all the time. Okay? Beautiful princesses being born all the time. You see? Abundance, you know, abundance on top of abundance. You see? And that was a condition under, you know, King Solomon, you know, but it's going to be even greater in the kingdom, because even when you go to Micah, all right, let's get Micah, you know, which is the same, matter of fact, before I get to Micah, let's get this in 1 Kings, because it's going to say the same thing. 1 Kings 4. I'm going to read 20 again. I'm going to jump down 25. 1 Kings 4 and 20 said, "Judah and Israel were many as the sand which is by the sea, and multitude, eating and drinking and making merry." Okay? And you jump down verse 25. "And Judah and Israel dwelt safely." Okay? Yeah. And then you got Eve spewing out what Eve say. She's, you know, it's pretty much, Eve is like, man, I hope, you know, Jake's get deleted. Like, she just wishing the worst for Jake. You see? Like they're toxic, you know, it's not gonna be, man. The Lord finna eradicate all that. Okay? But in the times of King Solomon, which we know, it was Yahushua. But what did Yahushua say? One greater than Solomon is here. And Yahushua is gonna put us in a greater position than King Solomon, than it was when he was King Solomon, man. Okay? It's gonna be a greater abundance of peace. It says in Judah and Israel shall dwell safely, every man under his vine and under his fig tree, from Dan even to Beersheba, all the days of Solomon. Now Solomon, King Solomon, his days were limited, you know. He ruled for 40 years and, you know, he died. But Yahushua, it's going to be forever. He said all the days of King Solomon, you know, there was the state of Israel. Okay? There was the circumstances we was under. You see? Peace and safety. Every man under his own vine and fig, which means every man had their own substance. Okay? Everybody was good. You see? Every man had their own resources, man. Abundance. Okay? We didn't have to worry about inflation. We just had resources. Okay? There were no supermarkets or, you know, grocery bills or, you know, seedless grapes and man. We made our own wine. Okay? We made our own everything, man. Clothes. Okay? Let's go here. Now let's get this in Micah to show you that the Lord is going to restore us back to that state. Okay? This is Micah 4:1. It said, but in the last days, speaking in these times now, it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of Israel, the lineage of Israel, okay, the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that family, okay, it said that the mountain of the house, the government of the lineage of Israel, okay, of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah shall be established in the top of the mountains, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow into it. So we're not here to vote for no damn Democrat or Republic when we got our own government, okay, that the Lord's going to establish in the earth, you know, and we're being established now. You know, each brother, you know, that's going to represent, okay, that government that's going to be a part of that government is being built up now, you know, to be a part of that government, man. You see? And it says, verse 2, and many nations shall come and say, come, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai, and to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways, and we will walk in his paths, for the law shall go forth to Zion, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. Okay? The law from Zion, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. So these nations are going to come to us to learn righteousness, man. Not niggas lining up to vote. Okay? Niggas are way behind. Okay? Even if you voted for Trump and you think you're on to something, you're way behind. Okay? We have a completely different expectation than niggas, man. Okay? And a nigga woman, she's not even worth the mention. Okay? When it comes to an expectation. Alright, verse 3 it says, and he shall judge among many people and rebuke strong nations afar off, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up a sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. And that's the policy we look forward to, man. Okay? And these nations are not going to need militaries, man. There will be no Iranian army, no Russian military, okay? Chinese military, you know, which those are Edomites, and Edomites, okay? There will be none of those things. The nations won't have militaries, man. They're going back to work. They're going to be laborers. Okay, right now, they're, you know, going from laborers to men of war, because there's a war to be fought, you know, before the government of Israel is established, you know, which Yahushua is going to make his, all right, his second debut on the world stage in his third world war, you know, his second coming. Okay? And these nations, he's going to end all wars. You see, that's the policy that's our expectation. People think Trump is going to end the war in Ukraine. No, he doesn't have that jurisdiction or that authority to do that. Okay? He's just going to be a nigga in the White House as this war escalates. Okay? He might, try to do something cute. Okay? Might look good. But nah, this war going down. Okay? So you read on, and it says, neither shall they learn war anymore. There will be no more wars after this, man. Okay? It's going to be an eternal ceasefire from all these nations, man. Okay? And it's going to be time for life. It's going to be time for family. It's going to be time for peace. Okay? Forever. You see? There's going to be, disputes that have to be judged. But we'll never see a war fall in the earth. Okay? Where nations are mounting up troops against one another. No. That's not going to happen. Okay? Verse 4. And this the point. It says, but they shall sit every man under his vine and under his fig tree. Okay? You see that? And none shall make them afraid, for the mouth of the Lord of hosts has spoken it. And let's read this again in NLT. Verse 4. It says, everyone will live in peace and prosperity. Okay? Enjoying their own grapevines and fig trees. For there will be nothing to fear. The Lord of heaven's armies has made this promise, man. And this is the promise we believe in, man. Okay? Well, all these, unfulfilled promises of these candidates that Jake, wrap themselves in. Okay? Jake still don't get, that the whole government is a sham and against your ass, man. Okay? Trump was pro-juice. Okay? Which is what? He's pro-death. Okay? And you niggas, that ecstatic, the niggas for Trump's side, you're ecstatic. There's no victory, all right, for you niggas, man. Okay? They're just, a character presented to you as pseudo salvation or false salvation, So let's go from there. Go to Ezekiel, all right? Ezekiel 36, all right? I want to get to the point. All right, this is Ezekiel 36 and 8. I'll read this in I'll read this in KJV first, and go to the NLT. Ezekiel 36 and 8. But ye, O mountains of Israel, ye shall shoot forth your branches and yield your fruit to my people of Israel, for they are at hand to come. See, we're getting ready to go home. Okay? America is done. The American government, the American people, and the landmass of America itself is done. Okay? This is not our rest. This is not our home. Okay? We don't seek, the comforts of this place anymore, man. We seek the promises that's to come. We're homesick for Jerusalem, man. Okay? Verse 8, it says, in the NLT, it says, but the mountains of Israel will produce heavy crops of fruit for my people, for they will be coming, they will be coming home again soon. So the Lord, even in this war, the earth is going to be, our land is going to be cleansed, because they're going to go to work on them small hats in their land. And them, Palestinians, they all will get cleared out. Okay? When the Lord bring forth, those kings of the east. All right? Spearheaded by Russia, Ezekiel 38. Okay? Our land is going to be purged and cleansed, and it's going to go back to being fruitful and plush. Okay? Why? Because, in order to support families, you need those resources, man. Okay? So the Lord is going to prep our land to be pro-life and pro-family, man. You know? And we're going to be placed back in that land. Verse 9, it says, see, I care about you, and I will pay attention to you. Your ground will be plowed, and your crops planted. I will greatly increase the population of Israel, and the ruined cities will be rebuilt and filled with people. Okay? Pro-life, pro-family. Okay? Gonna go back to those huge families, man. You see? Isaiah 4:1 is just the beginning of the Lord setting it up for huge families, man, to repopulate our land, okay? To repopulate Israel with Israelites. Okay? Isaiah 4:1 is that beginning phase to repopulate Israel with Israelites, man. Okay? You see? Verse 10, it says, I will greatly increase the population of Israel greatly, and the ruined cities will be rebuilt and filled with people. I will increase not only the people, but also your animals, the livestock, because we're going to need a great food source to support, you know, these multiplying families. So the livestock is going to have to multiply. The vegetation, the agriculture is going to have to multiply. Okay? Old mountains of Israel, I will bring people to live on you once again. I will make you even more prosperous than you were before. Then you will know that I am the Lord, your power. I will cause my people to walk on you once again, and you will be their territory. You will never again rob them of children, man. Okay? Never again. You see? Everything, you know, that's because, like, you know, abortions, miscarriages. Okay? All our people gonna be righteous, man. Okay? All Israelite men and women are gonna be extremely fertile. You know, the men are gonna be extremely potent. You know, and the women are gonna be extremely fertile, man. Okay? And he said he's gonna increase us more than our former estates, man. You know, as we spoke about the time of King Solomon, well, he's going to do us way better than that, you know, because there was no immortality during the time of King Solomon. Okay? You know, we didn't have, you know, we wasn't gods. You know, the Israelite men wasn't gods. Okay? And kings and priests, all right, after the order of Melchizedek, as we're going to be, okay, in the kingdom to come. You know, so it's going to be a great upgrade in everything, man. You know, in life, and family, and abundance, and resource, man. Okay? And let's get that, because Yahweh Shai, you know, we can end it here. Okay? This is the book of St. John, chapter 10, verse 10. It said, the thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life, that they might have it more abundantly. And let's read this in NLT. The thief's purpose, Esau Edom. Okay? And under Donald Trump, these devils are still going to push their NWO, in which they plan to push more control, okay? More restriction, more oppression. They're pretty much going to set up a digital prison. Okay? This is what they're setting up. So the little rights you do have, the little privileges, and, you know, the little piece of money you do got left over, okay? They're finna take that and give you a whole new way, okay, of buying and selling, okay? Because the CBDC, that money is gonna be programmable, and it's gonna expire. Ain't gonna be no saving no money. Okay, you're gonna have just enough. Okay? You're going to spend on what they tell you to spend it on, when they tell you to spend it. Okay? You're going to travel where they tell you to travel, when they tell you to travel. Okay? You driverless cars, and you say, he's going to present it as if, you know, this is another, you know, this is just, you know, a level up. You know, that he's going to present it as if, you know, he's just going to he's gonna present this thing as if it's another level of life, man. You know, like this just gonna be the, you know, just far out, you know, super convenient. Okay, he's gonna push as if this is gonna be abundance. Everybody gonna be straight upgrade. He's gonna push peace and safety, and it's gonna be pure hell and oppression, man. Okay, enchantments on a whole nother level. You know, this devil is trying to script you from everything, man. He doesn't even want you to have thoughts. Okay, he doesn't want you to do anything without his approval or say so. Okay, so when you read this again, it says the thief's purpose is to steal and kill and destroy. My purpose is to give them a rich and satisfying life, man. And this is Yahweh Shai. You see, and this is what he's promising. You know, and he's gonna bring. Okay? So this devil, you know, he's at the end of his course. Okay? And everyone that trusts in this man is gonna be highly disappointed. Okay? Highly disappointed. You know, but those that wait on Yahweh Shai, you know, hey, we're gonna be beyond satisfied, man. Okay? And it's gonna be forever, you know. So I just wanted to bring that out, you know, going to how, you know, the gospel is pro-life, you know, and pro-family, you know, and that's something, you know, this society, you know, full of selfish, you know, asshole individuals, you know, the wicked. I say children are a prey. Yahweh Shai is coming to judge this society, okay, and establish, you know, a society of pro-life and pro-family, you know. So, Lord will, you know, you brothers, all right, and you sisters, okay, were edified, all right. So till next time, I say Shalom, Kwame Ashala, Abba,